think in English. If you want to speak in English fluently, you have to think in English. I am again saying, if you want to speak in English fluently, you have to think in English. So, how can you think in English? So, how can you think in English? You can take a single sentence. You can take a single sentence and you can think different way this single sentence. I am again saying, you can take a single sentence. You can think different way this single sentence. How you can think different way this single sentence means you can change words that particular sentence means you can come or bring last word of that sentence in first means you can bring last word of that sentence in first. You can take first word in last of that particular sentence. You can take middle words of that particular sentence and you can bring the middle word of that particular sentence in first, and you can take middle word of that particular sentence and you can bring that middle words in last of that particular sentence means you can change words of that particular sentence and you can think how are this sentence making sense when you change the words of that particular sentence. Like you can tell anyone, would you like to tea? Would you like to tea? You can change, you can tea can bring first. You can take would in last. You can think this is not making any sense. So automatically you understand, would you like to take tea? It will be correct sentence. Like this way you can make so many sentences, you can change so many sentences like this way. It will help you to think better way in English. It will help you to think better way in English. So when you think means when you change a sentence different way to move words, that time you start thinking in English means that time you try to make sentences to change word, because what is speaking in English all about thing changing words. When we change words, that time it gives different meaning. So for that I will recommend to you Please take a definite sentences. You can take any kinds of one sentence. After taking that particular sentence, you can change according to you, and you can try to make that particular sentence different way. Like you can make that particular sentence one time questions, and one time you can make that sentence with WS question, and another time you can make that particular sentence with verbal question. So you can make different way a sentence. So I will highly suggest to you, take a sentence and try to change that particular sentence so that you can make new sentence. When you try to change a particular sentence with different way, that time you try to think in English. That time you try to think how can you make a sentence with different way, with different meaning. So please, I will highly recommend to you, pick a particular sentence and try to think different way that particular sentence, and move words of that particular sentence. To move words, try to change meaning of that particular sentence. It will help you so much. When you move words of that particular sentence, it will give you another sense. That time you can understand it is wrong sense, it is correct sense. Like this way, you will automatically understand what is the better option of thinking in English, what is the better option in speaking English. It will help you so much think in English. It will help you so much to grow and to improve in English speaking. So I think you can follow this way. It will help you so much to speak English better and to think in English better.